Hi, I'm Anna from thesubtleway.com, and I'm an energy medicine practitioner and yoga instructor for about 15 years, and now bringing together these practices in the subtle energy yoga classes that I present here, or you can work with me and find more information on my website, both within these subtle yoga practices and private energy medicine sessions. And this is my little assistant Maui. And that's one of the things. Today I want to talk a little bit or do a short practice with feeling the grief, the anxiety, the depression that can come along with chronic illness, especially when we're restricted from being able to do the things we would normally like to do, and we miss out on aspects of life that can bring up a lot of challenging emotions, as well as possibly challenging emotions that are stuck in our physiology from the past as well. So in this practice, we're just going to be gently moving into our breath, moving into our bodies to give time and space to relax and be at one in the moment. It can be really helpful just to accept where we are right now. So we're not striving for something in the future and we're not regretting something in the past. So if you want to take a comfortable seat, or you can be sitting on a bed as well. And just make yourself, if you need to, putting a cushion behind you just to bring yourself a little bit higher than your knees. It's really helpful for the hips to be above the knees, just to be able to support the elongation of the spine. And just bringing your awareness into the breath, maybe just noticing the breath in the nostrils, or just wherever your attention falls. And you're welcome to close the eyes, or you can keep them open. And just noticing how the breath is at this moment in time. If it's nice and smooth, or if it's a little jagged, if it's a little sharp, if you're taking and needing to take a sigh or a gasp, just going with that. And then we're just going to bring our awareness into our face, and we're going to tense up our face. Because often when there's anxiety and depression, we've also got gripping, holding in the nervous system, in the physiology as well. So just want you to take a moment, and as you inhale, be aware of the face. And as you hold the breath for a moment, just squeeze all the facial muscles towards the nose, making like ugly monkey faces. And exhale and let it go. So tensing with the breath and relaxing with the exhale, and holding in between. So holding that tension there as well. So coming back into the face, inhale, squeeze all the facial muscles towards the center, trying to create tension as much as you can through the face. Of course, not overdoing it. Holding it for a moment, and exhale and relax. And then bringing your awareness into the hands and the wrists and the arms, and just inhale, squeeze the hands, make really tight fists, squeeze your arms in towards the side of your body, lift your shoulders up towards your ears, holding your breath, and then exhale, let it all go. And then we'll try and do the same thing. This time as you inhale, stretch your fingers out, push your arms out to the side, pull your shoulders down and back so you're squeezing your shoulder blades together, holding that breath with all the tension. Exhale, let it go. And then we're just going to come into the abdominal region and the chest. Inhale and squeeze the chest, tighten the abdomen. Exhale, let it go. Then bringing your awareness into the hip region and just seeing how you can do, maybe working with the lower abdomen again. Inhale, squeeze the hips, pushing them, tightening up through the buttocks, tighten all the way up, down through the legs, squeeze the feet. Exhale, let it go. So we'll do that once more. Inhaling, squeezing the hips, squeezing the buttocks, squeezing down the legs, all the way to the feet. Exhale, let it go. And then just bring your awareness back to the breath. Just notice how it feels right now. Just notice how your body feels, if there's been any little shifts and changes. And then just bring your hands together and just give them a little gentle rub. We're going to do the triple warmer smoothie, which helps release a bit of nervous system tension as well. And just bringing your hands up and covering the eyes, fingertips into the bridge of the nose, and just taking a breath here for a moment. Then on an exhale, drag the fingers over across to the temples. And then make sure you've got a finger sort of in the corner of the eyes there. And then just giving a little massage to the temples. And then on next inhale, and then on the exhale, slide the fingers down around the back of the ears, down the side of the neck. And then coming back up, we'll do that a couple more times, sweeping down behind the ears, down the sides of the neck. So from those temples, behind the ears, and down the side of the neck. And then just let the hands squeeze on the shoulders for a moment, and just hang there. And then let them drop and come down to the chest, just covering the heart. It's just taking a moment of acknowledging yourself for showing up for this practice. Turning your attention inwards to your body. And as you breathe, just see if you can accept everything as it is right now. There may be pain or discomfort in your body. There may be sadness, anxiousness, and grief. And just acknowledge it. You may just say, I'm feeling anxious, sad, I feel depressed, low, fearful. Just acknowledge and feel free just to name it. When we name something, we stop resisting it, we stop avoiding it. Many of us dealing with chronic illnesses have a tendency to be like, oh no, it's all good, I'm fine, it's okay, it doesn't matter. These little statements that sort of just push ourselves to the side. So taking a moment just to acknowledge oneself. And maybe you feel a little bit different in this moment. Maybe you're feeling, I just feel a little softness. I actually feel a little bit held. So acknowledge that as well. And then just gently bringing the hands down to the legs. We're going to do a little bit of a breath work. This is called alternative nostril breathing. We're going to use our imaginations and visualization and feeling and sensing. So we're going to inhale and just imagine and focus on the breath going up through the left nostril and exhaling out the right. And then as you inhale through the right, you exhale to the left. Just imagine the breath flowing up to the back of the midbrain and exhaling back out. And inhaling through the right and exhaling the left. So if you haven't already started, starting now. So just imagine breathing through that left side as you inhale up to the center of the brain and exhaling out the right. And again, you can close your eyes if you like. Inhale through the right to the center of the brain. Exhale out the left. You may like to include a gentle color, so inhaling through the left. Maybe a soft yellow light flowing in up to the center of the brain and exhaling out the right side. Inhaling through the right side, exhaling out the left. And feel free to go at your own pace. Inhale through the left. Exhaling out the right. If my pace is too fast or too slow, inhaling through the right. Exhale out the left. Inhale through the left. Exhaling out the right. Inhale through the right. Exhaling out the left. Inhaling through the left. Exhaling out the right. Inhale through the right. And exhale out the left. And so making sure to finish with an exhale out the left side. The left side connects in with our parasympathetic nervous system, so just let your breath return to normal. Just noticing, being, observing in your breath and in your body. And then And just gently bringing the legs up together and stretching them out in front of you. And you can bring your hands in behind. We've been sitting cross-legged for a bit. You can also do that first section on a chair. And then just going to come into a little bit of window wipers. Just opening up a bit of space through the hips. We tend to hold a lot of our tension in the hip area, so it can be really helpful if you're dealing with anxiety and depression and things, to do exercises and movements that help loosen up the hips. And then we're just going to transition over onto hands and knees. So moving anything out of the way that you need to. And just coming into a gentle cat-cow. So lining up the shoulders over the hands, the knees over the hips. And as you inhale, arching the back, bringing the head up. And as you exhale, rounding the spine, dropping the head and neck. So going nicely at your own breath pace, so just moving slowly with the breath. So the movement and the breath are just linked together, nice and smooth. And then coming back to center, and then we're just going to gently arch each side. So on the inhale at neutral, and then exhale, just bringing your hip and your shoulder gently towards each other. Inhale back to center, exhale and go the other way. Inhale to center, exhale and go the other side. Inhale to center, exhale the other way. Inhale to center, exhale to the other side. Inhale to center, exhaling the other way. Once more each side as you exhale to the side. Inhale to center, exhale the other way. Then coming back to neutral, and just gently bring the hips back. And just coming into a nice soft child pose. You may like to have the knees a little bit further apart. And then we're just going to place our palms up and rest our forehead in the palms. If you don't have quite so much flexibility, you can put a pillow behind your legs and rest on that. Or you can put a pillow down on the floor and rest your hands on that. Just giving a little bit of extra support, making sure you feel held. Just connecting with the neurovasculars on the forehead. And just breathing here. Let the breath find its own natural rhythm. And feel free to adjust yourself to make sure you're as comfortable as you can be in this pose. And then if it feels right for you, you can take one hand out from under the forehead and place it at the widest part at the back of the head. Now I've got my hair in the way, but you can understand if you have a ponytail up, feel free to take it out. So you're sort of sandwiching the head between the hand on the forehead and the hand on the widest part of the back of the head. And this just helps stimulate the neurovasculars that support relieving anxiety. I'm just trying to let all the tension go from your body, softening into the child's pose. And if you find this too much or a little overwhelming, you can always come around onto your back and do the same thing lying on your back, holding the forehead and the back of the head. You could have your head on a pillow. And then gently releasing the hand at the back of the head and just coming up to a seated position. And then moving anything out of the way that needs to. And we're going to come back onto our backs. So just transitioning a nice, soft, gentle way for you. And you can make your way down any way you like, or bring the hands in behind the knees and use those to help roll you down. Resting the head on the floor. You can have your arms by the side or just resting them on the belly, just to feel that holding, and then have one hand on the belly and one hand on the heart. And you may even feel like there's a connection between these 2 points. One hand is over the sacral chakra, the other over the heart chakra. Just taking a few breaths. You may need to lift the hips up a little bit just to adjust the lower back, making sure it's nice and comfortable. And then you can bring both hands down to the lower belly. And then as you inhale, allow the pelvis to start to tilt up and forwards, just going very gently, very aware of the lower back. Exhale, dropping the belly and squeezing this tummy down in towards the floor. Inhale, rolling forwards. If you find it too much doing this forward motion, just go to neutral. And then on the exhale, pull the lower belly in and pressing into the floor. Just a few times. We can get very stuck in that pelvic region when we're stressed. So just wanting to open some space through there. Inhaling and exhaling. One more time. As you inhale, expanding the belly. Exhale, coming into the lower floor. Very good. And then we're just going to stretch the arms up either side. Coming to a T position, so making sure you've got space. And then we're just going to lift the hips up just about an inch. Take them an inch to the right and drop them down. Then bring the knees into the chest, drop them down onto the floor, coming into a twist. And then you can use the left hand just to hold the knees under or over. If you like, you can still use a cushion and put that in between the knees for a bit of support if that feels good. And you can have the head neutral or facing either direction, just what feels nice for your head. Letting the twist just soften into it, softening through the hips, softening into the spine. And then releasing the knees, bring them back up, coming into neutral. So just take a moment to lift yourself back to center. Give the knees a little squeeze into the chest. If you like to lift the head towards the knees, you can do that. Leave it on the floor. And then release the feet back down, spreading the arms back out to the side. Pick up the hips and then moving them over to the left this time. Bring the knees into the chest and drop them over to the side. You can bring a hand in behind the knees. You can put a cushion or something in between. Make sure that they're comfortable and you feel supported. Head can be neutral or looking either way. Let yourself just soften through the hips, soften through the back. And then gently bring the knees back to center. Making sure to re-neutralize your spine, giving a little hug into the chest. You can rock to side for a couple of times. And bring your feet back down. Then coming into Shavasana, you can bring something under your knees if you like a little extra support. One little cushion, couch cushion, can do a lot of different things in a yoga practice. So making sure that your lower back is supported and comfortable, bringing arms out to the side. Taking a moment, just roll the head from side to side, release any tension out through the neck. And then bring your awareness back to the breath, into your body. Every exhale is an opportunity to soften. If you still find that you're in a sort of heightened state, just acknowledge it. Be with it. As you bring your awareness into your head region, just see if you can soften your attention and soften the focus of your mind. Letting the attention spread across the head through the space, becoming aware of the head and the space around it. Aware of the neck, the space around the neck. Aware of the shoulders, the space around the shoulders. Aware of the arms and hands, the space around the arms and the hands. Aware of the chest, the abdomen, the back, the full torso, the space around the torso. Aware of the hips, the space around the hips. Aware of the legs, the space around the legs. Aware of the feet, the space around the feet. Aware of the whole body and the space around the body. And you can just stay here for as long as you like, wrapping a blanket around yourself. And then when you're ready, you can come into close, rolling over to one side. So you're welcome just to stay where you are as I slowly close the session. If you want to close now, coming up to a seated position. Back into a comfortable cross leg, or you can sit either side, whatever works for you. Kneeling might feel really good for you after that. You can finish off the class with a gentle Om. And sound is very helpful for bringing vibration through the body and shifting the frequencies through the phonons, the sound, which is in every single part of the body. So do an Om together. Also color has an important part. Sometimes we associate black with depression or the Gothic culture. But black is actually very soothing for the nervous system. So there's a reason I chose to wear that today. So taking a nice deep inhale, stretching the arms up above the head. Exhale, bring the hands together, down to the center. Inhaling to prepare for one nice deep Om. May you find peace in the midst of chaos. Thank you for joining this practice. Please head to thisotherway.com if you'd like to check out more of my offerings. Namaste.